Well. Here we are back again. I'm going to be making another DBOG race tier list. Now, I got two reasons I want to make this tier list. I got two reasons. Number one, uh, it's been a while. Not a while, it's been since February, so 3 months since I did the last one. And the thing with the last one is we did get a major change to one of the races, that being Namekian. So that's one reason I want to update the list real quick. And then number two, I want to get this out before the path update, this video, and obviously it'll be out before the path update. But I wanted to do one before the path update because I think there could be changes to this tier list based on the path update. So I do want to just get into it. Let me make sure. Yeah, so I had Z, A, B, and bad. So I guess we can keep the same. We'll just keep the letters. So again, this is Z is like the best races in the game, basically, like the top of the top. A is gonna be a very good race. B is like a mid race. C is like an A race, and then D is like a bad race, right? So, you could make the argument, by the way, that none of the races are necessarily bad, that they all have their uses, but the races in reality are pretty close to each other if you look at it at a wider scale. So I'm gonna be pretty harsh with my ratings, or at least I'm gonna try to. So just to have the most accuracy that we can. Now for starters, I don't think it's gonna be much different than this tier list. However, I do want to change that up a bit. So this tier list was sort of like PvE and PvP considered. I kind of want to do a PvP and PvE tier list separately. So I think the PvP one is going to be harder, and I might need some time to think about that one. So let's go ahead and start with PvE. So PvE, very obviously, the first Z tier race I want to go with is Majin. Majin is a Z tier race for PvE because of Absorption. Absorption makes you so busted. It's crazy. Next, I really, let's see, this is Human. I kind of want to go Human next. I feel like Human for PvE is amazing. I recently made a Human, if you guys saw the path progression video, and I went all melee on it, and once I get ultimate on that Human, like, I'm gonna be killing these NPCs, dude. Like, it's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna do, like, I already do crazy damage, but their race ability is so good for PvE. And they have the good stat spread, which is just one of everything. Next for PvE, here's the thing, right? For key users, it's a little hard, because for PvE, you kind of just, like, you kind of get fodderized. It just depending on if the boss wants to fodderize you. So, it's harder to rank key, but I think for the sake, we'll say, like, you get, like, pretty average luck or so. I think Android also belongs in Z tier for PvE, probably. Just being able to spam key moves like that, I don't know though, like, maybe, I feel like they shouldn't be in the same tier as these two though. Maybe I'll go A tier for PvE. I'm thinking Bio Android as well, A tier for PvE. They do have a good ability for PvE, however, you just have, you have Senzu Beam. Like, everyone has unlimited Senzu Beams almost, like, you don't really need HP healing thing. That's why I didn't mention regen with Majin. Like, even though regen's a really good ability, you kind of just have Senzu Beams. So, and again, PvE is strictly for fighting NPCs and raids and stuff like that. Kanasan, I'll do next, because they're just in my brain right now. Their race ability gives them 2x stamina regeneration. So that's pretty good. But I don't think it makes them really, like, elite. Maybe I'll go B for now. Let's go for, like... Okay, to get it out of the way, I think Full Saiyan is gonna just be bad for PvE. because the race ability by itself is actually good for PvE, but NPCs are so brutal and do so much damage and basically have Ultra Instinct that you can just get killed at any moment while you're in red for the race ability, which makes them bad. Same with Bojacks. Their race ability just kind of sucks, so again, they're gonna go D tier. Friezas. I think they probably belong in a similar place as human, maybe a little better than android. I don't know. I feel like for no, you know what? Yeah. I feel like they do belong in Z tier, because if you have a lot of key damage, you can just charge up so quickly, and just do supers. But then again, supers aren't as good as ultimates. Like, being able to spam supers is cool, right? But it's not like, humans and Frieza's switch, for PvP. I will say that. PvP, humans are going down and Frieza's are going up. Hybrid Saiyans. So hybrids are different than full Saiyans because they have the ability where if they're in red, they get double super and ultimate damage instead of basic melee, which gives them range. So they're actually like way better than Saiyan for PvE. A or Z though, I don't know. Another D tier one though is tough. I mean like, I'm just gonna add F tier. Oh shit. D and then F tier. And F stands for Fixed Tuffles, because their ability actually just doesn't work in PvE. So they are useless. They are useless in PvE. Yardrat. So Yardrat stats say they're a key race, but in reality they're a melee race because of their ability. Now for PvE, I think that they probably go like with Kanasan probably. I just value what the other races are doing a little. Well, actually no. I feel like Bio Android. I don't think Bio Android is stacking up with the rest. Honestly, I really don't. Now that I look at it, I think I was thinking of PvP more so, or giving him an edge for PvE or for PvP. Namekian. I will say Namekians are better now than they were for sure. I'm pretty sure like I would consider them way better now. But for PvE, key damage, key control, health, like those are good stat traits, but the ability just having that regen is not good for PvE. So I would say like it can help for sure, but I don't know. I would say D really for PvE. Like that ability just doesn't really help. And I really do think it's the same for bios, though I think bios is slightly better. So I'll go C for bio, because I think bio is slightly above these three, right? Let me see. Kai and Demon. Okay, so the thing about Kai's is you can have a high key control and still do M1s, which I really value that. I want to play on my Kai more, honestly. Like I do want to do that. Let me see. I might do a path progression for my Kai. Even though it's really high level already, like trying to get cool moves for it would be kind of cool. And a look. I can't remember really anything about my Kai. It's been a minute. Kai. I mean, for fun, I think Kai might be the most fun PvE race. Like, if you're just trying to play the game, if you enjoy playing the game and the combat in the game, Kai is probably, like, insanely good for PvE because, like, you get to M1, you get to shoot blasts, right? Where did I have Kai? Okay, I had him in Z tier along with Demons. I mean, Demons just have the Saiyan ability that Saiyans wish they had, except, like, without weapons, but, like, something else, I don't know. So, I feel like I'd put them A tier, both of them. Hybrid Saiyans. You know what? I'm gonna put hybrids up to Z. I feel like hybrids are just like really, really good for spamming ultimates in red, and it's like there's not too much drawback to that because you're spamming ultimates, so it's kind of hard to get caught if you're good at the game. When you're at a range from the NPCs, like you can just easily deflect or dodge or counter anything that comes to you. So I think hybrids definitely belong in Z tier for that. The difference between hybrids and Saiyans, by the way, in case you didn't really pick it up, is if you're M1ing the NPCs, they can easily freaking perfect block you 20 times in a row, counter you 20 times in a row, and just kill you. Or just like go through your move and kill you, or use an evasive and kill you, or do anything and kill you. Like while you're hitting them, they can hit you back and kill you. Like that's the point. But with hybrids, it's just a lot more safe. Like it's not perfect or anything, but it's way more safe for sure. So yeah, for PvE, I kind of like this list. I feel like this is probably a pretty strong list. I'm gonna put Kai top of A tier because I think they're the most fun for PvE, probably, maybe. Like, unless you're just like the type of person who likes to spam ultimates over and over, then yeah, like then these are all way more fun for you. But for actually being able to play the game, that's what Kai is good for. And then Demon, yeah, I'm okay. Like, I would say, like, don't look too much into the order of these, like, where they're at. Because, like, would I say Majin is the best PvE race? Like, maybe I would. But at the same time, like, maybe Hybrid is at their peak, right? And then, like, would I say, like, Kai is better than all of these? Like, maybe, but maybe Frost Demon is, right? Alright, I'm gonna pause the video, and we're gonna come back and do a PvP tier list. Oh boy, this is gonna ruffle some feathers. Alright, so after discussing with my peers and really thinking about it, I have come up with the tier list. So I guess we'll just go in order here of what they're listed as. So, again, this list is going to be controversial. This is my opinion. I think this is a pretty good list. Of course, it's my opinion. Of course, I think my opinion is pretty good. It's what I agree with. But, I do want to preface, in PvP, anything can happen. So, like, if a Saiyan, like, spoiler alert, Saiyan is down here. If a Saiyan catches your ass, and he's in red HP, and you get stamina broken, and this dude has, like, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta on, you're cooked. Like, bro goes from 0 to hero real quick. But, like, the odds of that happening, and how hard it is to pull that off, make it D tier. Does that make sense? So, the Z tier races are the races that are good with the least effort, and are good most of the time. Now, when I say least effort, I don't mean least skill, although for some of them that might be true. I just want to point out, by least effort, I mean, like, I guess to point it out, I would say, like, if I were to rank the tier list, or if I were to rank the races and explain to you why each one gets each tier, it's based on how good their race ability is in a vacuum. So, like, how good the ability actually is. And then number 2 is, like, how often you're seeing it. How often is that affecting the fight? So, yeah. This is affecting the fight, like, 15% of the time, maybe. Right? So, that's why it's down there. Now, to continue, this is Android. Android's gonna go to Z tier. Android is insane. The Android ability is really, really, really strong. The Android... there's not much else to say. I mean, their stat output is not bad. Like, they're just really strong. You go key damage, key control, some health, tiny bit of agility, you're good. Like, you're chilling. So yeah, Android is up there. Bio Android, also up here. I think Bio Android is Z tier because of rank specifically. Now, if you're PvPing in Overworld and you just want to say Overworld PvP is like more realistic than ranked PvP, I do agree with that sentiment. Like, I would rather PvP in the Overworld for fun than PvP in ranked for rewards in game, right? Like that, like to me, like y'all know me, I'm a Final Stand player. In Final Stand, that's how we did things, bro. We didn't fight in, like, ranked was a side quest, bro. Entering player-made tournaments, that was PvP. And things changed in between, right? So for bio androids, that 5-minute timer in ranked is their crutch. So if they notice they're not doing too good, halfway through the fight, they can just change up their entire fighting style and start like farming HP. And when that timer goes down, they will have more HP than you. Next is Bojack. So Bojack's gonna go D tier with Saiyan. Not really much else to say. Like it's the same thing with the PvE tier list here. Like they just kind of suck. They're not that good. Next up is Kanasan. So Kanasan's gonna go A tier. I think the stamina regeneration makes them a very solid pick for a race. So that's pretty much all there is really to say about Kanasan. They're a good melee race, a really good melee race. Not too much you could really cheese with them, but I mean, having more stamina regen is a really powerful ability. So very nice. Same with Kai. I think Kai's gonna go A tier as well. Being able to M1 and shoot key supers, because key supers in PvP are very, very, very useful tech, and just having the ability to make them do good damage on top of sling, your sling doing really good damage, makes them A tier. The only reason they're not Z tier is, again, they don't have some sort of like insane cheese, right? So like Kai is an insanely good race. Again, these aren't really. I might order them after a little bit if I physically can, but I mean, you know, we'll see. We'll see. Next up is Demon. So Demon is again gonna go here. Demons are very, very powerful. Their race ability is very, very powerful. Having a weapon giving you that extra little tiny bit of range on top of having really strong melee damage is very, very valuable to me. Let's see. Frost Demon. So this is another Z tier. Frost Demons are insanely powerful. My boy Techneron, shout out, man. That boy's a cheeser, but like I love him, man. Like I love Techneron, dude. He's my guy. Like Frost Demons are insane, dude. They can, like I said, key supers is such good tech, and when you can charge up and just throw out your key supers like whenever the hell you want. That's why Android is so good. You can just throw these key supers whenever the hell you want. And Frost Demons, they do have to earn it a little more than Androids do, but in turn, Frost Demon, bro, you're not going key control on them fuckers like you are with Android, bro. Frost Demon, you're putting that shit into damage, and you are doing a shit ton of it. So for that reason, I'm gonna put them slightly above Bio Androids, but I mean, like, Bio Androids, of course, you could just cheese in one. But then again, if you're fighting a Frost Demon, they catch you with one super attack, all that HP you spent a minute trying to get is gone, dude. So, Half Saiyan. So Half Saiyan is apparently the really pretentious one. I didn't think they were so good, but I spoke to some people, and they kind of convinced me that they have the potential to be Z tier. Me personally, I'm putting them in the B tier because I feel like the potential to either be D tier or Z tier makes them overall on average mid, but I just want to point out they do have the potential to be Z tier. Like, so the red health ability giving you ×2 damage for supers and ultimates is just insane for PvP. If you have that active and you can live to tell the tale, you won. Like, you are gonna be popping counters. You pop Mystic Flash, you pop what's the other good counter? The 21 move. Like, you're just like you're cooking people, dude. Like, you're throwing out a super attack and it hits, like that does so much damage. You catch someone on a good rush, like they're cooked, dude. Like, they are cooked. Cooked. So, like, they could easily be like A tier, Z tier. But at the same time, they could very easily not be. So I just want to point that out. And again, like I said earlier, if you look at it in a vacuum, all the races are like not even that far from each other in reality. So at the end of the day, if a Saiyan player is facing a Android and the Saiyan is really good and the Android is good but not as good as the Saiyan, like the Saiyan is way better than the Android, the Saiyan's gonna win, dude. Like, it's just how it is. So yeah, that's my opinion on hybrid Saiyans. Again, I'm trying not to anger people, just trying to be informative. This is the truth. Like, hybrids can be insane. That is absolutely true, and they are insane. But there's 80-90% of the fight where they're not insane. Humans, I would say humans are really good for the sole purpose that you can spam ultimates in ranked, which I don't think is as good as being able to spam supers in ranked like Frost Demons can. But in ranked, like, that's still good, being able to spam ultimates. Like, you can spam counter ultimates, for example, or like a nuclear kick or something, or spirit sword, the one that's like a really quick activation and just do some good damage on people, like catch them. I actually didn't write down Majin, but Majin is also gonna go D tier for PV. You can land that regen, like, it's really hard, but you can do it. But like, do I justify putting them in C tier for that? I don't know. I don't think so. I feel like their regen is just too hard to land on a semi-decent player. Like, they're just not gonna let you do it. So yeah, Majins are gonna go here. I feel like that they're like basically worse than Saiyan, which is sad. Which is a crazy fall off from being the best PvE race to the worst PvP race. Crazy, but that's just how it is. Namekian I actually have an A tier. I do think Namekians are very good. The regen is completely different for Majin than it is for Namekian. For Namekian, you can spam that shit and get away with it. Majins, you can't. So, and then the Namekians have, like, one of the, if not the best traits in the game. So, I mean, yeah, Namekian is just absolutely nuts. Next is Tuffle. Tuffle is actually extremely good if you're a good player. Stealing stamina is a busted ability. Like, it's stupid. Like, it shouldn't exist. Like, but like, you feel like you're being put in jail when you're fighting a Tuffle. That's all I'll say. Like, Tuffle, insane race. And then last but not least, although they are quite least, Yardrat. I just feel like Yardrats aren't that good for PvP. They're just kind of C tier. They're right? Not much else to really say. Gaining Ki on M1, it's not bad, but how Slingshot works, it's not favoring them. I'll just say that. So, yeah, another reason why Sling's a bad mechanic. But, anywho, this is the race tier list. Now, let me make sure I agree with this PvE one. Well, I mean, if bios are going to be here for PvE, I feel like the Namekians deserve it as well. Okay. Alright. That is the end of the video. I'm pretty confident. I feel like this is fine, right? I can definitely see all of these races being in different tiers and leagues in PvE. Or, yeah, in PvE. And then same thing for PvP here. Like, this is the, like, ultimate cheese Z tier, like your goated race. A tier is like, this is a very powerful race, just doesn't have too much cheese opportunity. Like, Namekian has cheese opportunity, but just nowhere near as much as these guys. B tier is special because it's only Hybrid Saiyan, and Hybrid Saiyan, like I said, can be Z tier easily. Yardrat I just feel like is just mid as hell, like not that good for PvP, and it's especially hurting them because of Sling, so that bumps them down to C. And then D tier, these are just the bad races, right? Mad unfortunate that Saiyan is the worst race basically for PvP and PvE, like pretty much, right? Like it's just like, they're not the worst for either, but like they're so bad. Like on average they might as well be. So yeah, that's about it for this video. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know your opinions in the comments. Again, try to keep it civil. This is just an opinion. This is just to help newer players. I don't think I'm swaying newer players in the wrong direction. I feel like this is a pretty good direction for right now. And if anything is to change, I will make a new video. Probably after the paths update, I will be making a new video. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Catch you guys later.